Day 69 of 365 days of meditation. Today's practice was actually a guided meditation. I'm still working through that Joe Dispenza online course. I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through now. And I came to the point in a course where the activity is to complete a meditation. So completed the guided meditation. It was called Reconditioning the Body to a New Mind. And it was about 53 minutes long, I think, give or take. So that was the length of my meditation today. Maybe my meditation was a little bit longer than that, but yeah, about 53 minutes. The practice itself was essentially a bit of a Kundalini, almost like a Kundalini yoga practice, trying to, I guess, force the cerebral spinal fluid upwards in the body through a series of sort of core locks and breathing technique. And I think that was about maybe 5 or 10 minutes of it in the beginning. And then from that, it was just a sort of a body scan relaxation process that Joe has in a lot of his meditations. And after that, I kind of sat, you sit, and there's just a bit of music in the background, and that probably goes on for, I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour maybe. And then the meditation wraps up with a visualization of your future. And it's, I mentioned it before, doing a meditation, asking sort of open-ended questions, framing them in a positive way. And that's how this meditation wrapped up, asking questions about what would your future look like, or what would your life look like, living from certain emotional states, believing certain things about yourself, perceiving things in a certain way, and all of it framed in a very sort of positive way, and the questions are very open-ended. So it's a great meditation. The idea is during the visualization part where the open-ended questions are being asked, is to really sort of feel certain emotional states. So that was a lot of the open-ended questions today were around imagining what would it feel like to be sort of unlimited, or empowered, or abundant, or healthy, or vibrantly healthy, stuff like that. And it was a good practice. I haven't done one of his in a little while now, and I find that when I do the practice well, I'm able to sort of evoke those emotions within myself and really imagine what my future could look like in those states. And it can be quite emotionally intense. So it was today anyway, which was good. I felt like I needed that. I felt like my meditations have been a little bit, bland, dull lately. So it was kind of nice to get some charge back into it, doing that guided practice. And other than that, outside of the meditation, I did notice something. I mean, part of the meditative practice is becoming aware of the chatter in the mind, and so I'm aware of it more even when I'm not meditating. And today, I noticed something where, or maybe it was last night, I can't remember now, but I noticed I had been avoiding some work, certain tasks, and doing other ones instead. And yesterday I ate the frog, so to speak, and the thought I had about it, I think it was this morning, or maybe last night, was not, I did that, and, it wasn't that big of a deal, and, kind of reminding myself like it's not a big deal, so next time, you don't need to put it off. It was more sort of critical, like, you finally got it done, and it wasn't that big of a deal, and you made a big unnecessary deal out of it. And that was sort of the dialogue going on in my head around this when I was thinking about the fact that I had completed this task yesterday that I wanted to. So it's really interesting noticing this sort of negative self-talk. And in terms of mental health, one of the reasons I meditate is because I know from my own experience that when my mental health was bad, my negative self-talk was brutal. Hypercritical, very judgmental, very unfriendly, unkind to myself. So part of the meditative practice allows me to be aware of that and then break those habits of thinking, habits of thought, because they are habitual for sure. And the more I practice them, the easier they got to do, and the more they sort of just ran on autopilot in the background. So yeah, that's it for today. In closing, if you're struggling at all with your mental health, if you're feeling depressed or anxious or worried or obsessing or ruminating, if you feel unable to sort of cope with your mental or emotional state, talk to somebody. Here I am, day 69, I'm talking to you, and I do have people in my life that I can talk to about my mental health. Luckily for me, at this stage of my life, it seems to be quite a bit more stable than it used to be. Definitely a lot more stable than when I was younger, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the people I can talk to. But if you need to talk to somebody, or you're just feeling like you don't know where to turn or how to cope with the way you're feeling or thinking or behaving, that first step towards feeling better could be reaching out and having a conversation with somebody. Mental health professional if possible, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes just making that connection with another person and sharing what you're going through can make a world of difference. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself.